Hello, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Aniela, and I make videos about sewing, knitting, and crochet. And today we're sewing a boat neck shirred top. Welcome to part 2 of the series where I make my dream Pinterest inspired wardrobe from scratch. The plan for today is to sew this top, the Deba top from Peachy Den. In my previous video, I already made the skirt, so now there's no other way but to make the matching top. It feels like a fairly easy project. So we have the shirred front and back, no lining, no sleeves, so that's good. I'm thinking bias tape to finish off the armholes. We also have this beautiful boat neckline and very narrow shoulders. So yeah, I think it will be a quite quick project. I know that shearing might take some time, but when you put a movie or a podcast or listen to some music, the time flies by. Well, I think it can be a very relaxing activity to do. As we all know, sewing is. I will include a little drafting part to this video so that you can also create the Deba top for yourself. For the materials, I'll be using the exact same fabric that I used for the skirt. It's this satin cotton. It's very soft and smooth, so I love this fabric. I don't think I will be using an overlocker. I prefer doing French seams whenever I have part of the project that is sheared. I just feel like it keeps the stitching more secure, if you know what I mean. I'll show you everything step by step. I had a whole day to prepare for this project and to start sewing. It's almost 5 p.m. I don't know what I did all day. I don't know how the time passes by so quickly. I made the pattern though. That's something. Okay, enough talking. Let's get to it. To make the pattern, you need a basic front and back bodice pattern. If you don't have these, I will link a great tutorial I used before in the description. First, shorten the shoulder line. Mark 4 centimeters from the armhole edge for the front and back. Then mark 3 centimeters down the front neckline and 2 centimeters down the back neckline. Connect these marks to create a new neckline. Next, lower the armhole by 4 centimeters on both the front and back, and redraw the bottom parts of the armholes. Now measure your bust, waist, and hip circumference, divide each by 4, and mark these on the pattern. This is to get rid of the darts and the extra ease added to the basic bodice. Then connect these marks to create a new side seam. Last, draw 4 lines parallel to the center line. Now cut out the pattern for the top. Cut all the way through each of the 4 lines. It's best to mark the pieces so you don't get confused later which is which. Take a piece of paper, draw a straight line, and now, starting from the side piece, place each of the front pieces, spreading them apart and aligning the bust line to the line you draw on the paper. To know how much you should spread the pieces, use this formula. So 1/4 of your bust multiplied by 1.5 minus 1/4 of your bust, and then divide this by 4. Last, tape the pattern pieces to the paper, smooth out the neckline, and cut the pattern. Repeat for the back, and this is how the patterns should look like. So this is the front, this is the back. They are both cut on the fold, on the center line. And remember to add seam allowance to all the edges. I added 1 centimeter to the neckline and armholes and 2 for the shoulders and sides. Before shirring, mark the lines you will be sewing along. Use chalk or an erasable marker. Like on the original top, I did sections of 3 lines, each 1 centimeter apart, and 3 centimeter in between each of these sections. In total, I ended with the 9 sections of 3 lines on both the front and the back. Now onto the shirring part. So wind the bobbin with elastic thread by hand to avoid stretching it. Place the bobbin in your sewing machine as you would normally do. For the top thread, use a regular thread in the color of your fabric. Then increase the stitch length to 4 or 5. Maybe do a test swatch if you've never tried shirring before. I used a 4mm stitch length. Then sew along the marked lines, starting about half a centimeter from the edge. Do not backstitch. When you come to the end, just lift the needle and the presser foot, rotate the fabric, and continue stitching in the other direction. Only after finishing this little section, cut the thread and move on to the next section of 3 lines. And continue like that until you finish shirring through all the lines. When you're done with the shirring, give your top a little press or steam, but try to avoid putting too much heat not to ruin the elastic. At this point, I recommend pinning the front and the back pieces at the sides and shoulders and trying it on. I had to take mine in at the sides, so I pinned the top on myself to check the fit and then measured it flat how much I had to take in so that both sides were equal. And when you're finally satisfied with the fit, sew the sides and the shoulders, wrong sides together. Then press. Cut the seam allowances to about half a centimeter. them inside, so again this time right sides together, hiding the raw seam inside. What I noticed on this close-up photo of the Deba top is that the neckline definitely has some stretch, so probably an elastic in it, and the armholes are definitely finished just with a fold-over edge or bias tape. I just decided to do the easiest thing, so I overlocked all the edges. So I overlocked the neckline, the armholes, and the bottom of the top as well. So now I can just fold each edge once and create a hem. Only on the neckline I'm going to do a wider fold over and create like a channel to insert an elastic. I think I have a 5mm wide elastic that I will just put inside and see how it will look. So I guess I just do a tube, like a channel, then leave like a small hole so I can insert my elastic. Then I'll try it on with the elastic because I don't know how much of it I need to create this gathered effect without ruining the boat neck. So this I will do on myself. Okay, so I tried it on with the elastic. Honestly, I am surprised how well this turned out. When I was stitching the edges, because of the shirred parts, the material didn't lay exactly like flat, and I was worried it would look weird, but it looks fine to me, and the length is perfect. I am so excited to finish this up and try it on with the skirt. So what's left to do is to just sew the elastic ends together and sew the opening closed, and that will be it. Yeah, so I guess I'll see you for the final reveal. So after finishing the last details, the top was done, and honestly I love this set with the skirt so much. I already wore it a couple of times. It always made me feel comfortable and chic at the same time. So I really hope you give this set a try to make it for yourself. As always, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I wish you happy sewing. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video.